Hola yogis! In this video we're going to talk about bandhas. The word bandha means lock. And in yoga when we use a bandha, it's an energetic lock, meaning we're preventing energy from escaping or moving in the body in a way that we don't want it to. Now there are three bandhas in particular that I want to concentrate on today. They're really more associated with advanced kriyas and pranayamas, but they do occasionally pop up in your average asana class. So it's good to be aware of them so that you can take best advantage of them if you do encounter them. And they also do occur in certain poses, whether we're aware of them or not. They're just inherent to the pose. So good to know what they are and good to know what they're meant to do. So the three bandhas I want to focus on today are called Mahabandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha. The three of them together are known as Mahabandha, or the Great Bandha. So let's start at the base of the spine with Mahabandha. Mahabandha is associated with Muladhara chakra, which is the first chakra, the base chakra, base of the spine. So in men, this is located in the perineum. In women, it's a little closer to the cervix. To engage Mahabandha, all we have to do is engage those muscles in the pelvic floor as though you're doing a Kegel for women, or if you're trying to hold in a bowel movement or trying not to urinate. So you engage that pelvic floor, squeezing all the muscles in that region, you've got Mahabandha. Moving up, we have Uddiyana Bandha. It's a couple of inches below the navel, and it's associated with the second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. Some sources, you may come across this in a book somewhere, some sources place it a little bit higher. They'll tell you that Uddiyana Bandha is more in the third chakra region, but it doesn't really matter because either way, in order to engage Uddiyana Bandha, we're simply drawing in all the stomach muscles and the diaphragm like so. Just really squeezing that center abdomen. Uddiyana Bandha. Finally, moving all the way up to the throat, we have Jalandhara Bandha. And Jalandhara Bandha means bringing the chin to the chest. Now if you want to get fancy about it, there are some kriyas that call for you to tip the head back and then bring the chin in and then bring it down. Jalandhara Bandha. Now, as I said, the three of these engaged at the same time also create a mudra, an attitude, an energetic orientation of the body known as Mahamudra. Now, what is that meant to do? When you engage the pelvic floor and Uddiyana Bandha in the belly and bring the chin in, it's concentrating energy, prana, into the spinal column, into Sushumna Nadi. And you recall, Sushumna Nadi is that center nadi, that center energetic channel that's responsible for bringing Kundalini, spiritual energy, up the spine and toward the crown of the head, Sahasrara. So when we do kriyas or mudras, we're doing Mahamudra, we're getting all the prana that's available to us and we're really concentrating it, squeezing it into the center so that it can rise. But, and this is where Jalandhara Bandha comes in, we're actually want to keep that concentrated in the spine for now so that it doesn't escape through the throat. You can do Mahamudra or Mahabandha with the breath held in or with the breath held out. Breath held in is called Kumbhaka. Breath held out is called Shunyaka. You don't necessarily need to memorize that at this point, but just know that there's two ways to do this. So if we wanted to do Kumbhaka, we take a deep breath, engage Mula, Uddiyana, Jalandhara. And if you do this, you can feel how that begins to squeeze the energy toward the center of your being. It's a really powerful mudra, Mahamudra. If we wanted to do it with the breath held out, we would engage Muladhara first, Uddiyana, exhaling, bring the chin in. Now we've got Mahamudra, Mahabandha, with Shunyaka. Normally, of course, I wouldn't talk. In either case, you don't want to hold Mahamudra, Mahabandha for any longer than is comfortable. Don't hold your breath so long that you start to feel like you're going to suffocate. If any kind of discomfort arises, simply let it go. Now, the reason I brought it up in the first place, though, is sometimes it'll come up in class. So, for example, you might be coming into Jani Shirsasana and the instructor cues Mahabandha or Mahamudra. So in this case, we would inhale, arms up, and on the exhale, I'm engaging Mula Bandha, I'm exhaling, bringing in Uddiyana Bandha as I come down, and tucking the chin in at the end. Then I'm going to hold the breath out here as I concentrate that energy in the spine. As long as it's comfortable. And then releasing everything and inhaling as I come out. So that might be explicitly called for in a yoga class, just so you know what it is if it comes up. And then there are some postures in which it just naturally comes up. So for example, we don't think about this, but if you're doing cat-cows, so we're inhaling into cow, to come into cat, I'm tucking my tailbone under and I'm engaging Uddiyana Bandha in order to press the back of the heart up and tucking my chin in at the end. Now, instinctively, you are engaging Mula Bandha a little bit here too. So just in a simple cat-cow, we're using this Mahabandha and concentrating energy in Sushumna Manadi in the spine. What do you know? Another one is rabbit pose, Sasangasana. Sasangasana begins with Jalandhara Bandha. So you grow tall, you tuck the chin in, Uddiyana Bandha, and then you have to engage Mula Bandha in order to press the hips up. Again, not explicit. The instructor's probably not saying to you as you come into Sasangasana, well, now engage your Mahabandha, but it's happening. So this is how you sort of begin to understand how certain asanas, even something as seemingly simple as cat-cow, are actually moving prana around in the body with these bandhas. And if you can be aware of those things when they come up in class, then bringing your attention to it and understanding what's happening energetically in the body just gives a little bit more zing to it. So it's a good thing to know. And then, of course, if you do get into the more advanced practices later, you'll have a better idea of what's going on. Namaste.